I'm looking on the call board. Roger Stone, Mr. Roger Stone. Always privileged to have Mr. Stone on the show. And Morano puts up conspiracy analyst to bust my chops. What is that?
Well, no,
He's
he
not a
knows-
conspiracy
Well,
analyst.
he knows
This is
about
a
all these
big-time
conspiracies.
Republican guy, huh?
Well, he knows who killed Kennedy. He knows what really happened with Watergate. These are conspiracies.
Roger,
that
welcome to
has
the
studied.
welcome to the program, my friend.
I think what Frank meant to say was truth teller.
That's what I'm
Stone's truth
saying.
teller is
That's
on the
what I'm
line.
saying, man. But he said conspiracy. We're talking about it off the air. I said, no, Roger doesn't have conspiracies. It makes sense. LBJ took JFK. Well, yeah, and what's the deal? I mean,
Exactly.
I mean,
Motive means opportunity.
And what did you-
Eyewitness evidence, fingerprint evidence. Lyndon Johnson helms a plot by the CIA, the mob, and Big Texas Oil to take out Jack Kennedy.
Just saying, Roger Stone. I mean, that makes all the sense of the world. Now, what did you say before we get to the Donald? What did you say about the Watergate? You have theories about Watergate as well?
Well, it's just far more complicated than the Washington Post narrative has told
I agree.
you. See,
I agree.
Nixon had a couple problems. One, he ended the Vietnam War. Two, he signed a SALT agreement with the Russians. And three, he opened the door to China. This did not make the Pentagon or the CIA very happy because, you see, those guys like war. They don't like peace. They like war. So he made some very powerful enemies. They expected him to be a hardliner, and what did he bring us but a generation of peace?
And then to your point, Roger Stone, I mean, Hillary Clinton it's far more worse than anything Richard Nixon has ever done.
Well, but unfortunately, there's a different standard for Democrats than Republicans, although it remains to be seen. This I have no doubt about. If Donald Trump becomes president, his attorney general will prosecute Hillary. And probably, once you do a full investigation, her husband. And frankly, prison will be good for both of them.
Wow. You think Chris Christie, Attorney General?
Well, anything is possible. I kind of like Chris Christie, Homeland Security Director. 'Cause,
Ooh.
I think he would be excellent in terms of dealing with the terrorism threat in this country.
All right. Roger Stone, you called us 30 years ago, long before anyone else did. How are you feeling about Mr. Trump's nomination today? Was that a wild night last night, Roger?
It was really great. Look, Trump continues to spend the least but win the most votes, which shows you that this really is a totally grassroots phenomena. I really thought he was on his game last night, striking a more conciliatory tone. But the greatest single motivational factor in terms of uniting the Republican Party can be summed up in two words: Hillary Clinton.
Yeah.
He's not running against Joan of Arc.
Yep.
I'm feeling very good this morning. I think he's going to roll with the convention. I think he's going to be able to unite the party. And as Barry Goldwater said, for those who don't care about our cause, there's the door. Frankly, he brings so many new people into the party, so many people who a year ago wouldn't be caught dead at a Republican gathering.
Yes, that's exactly
So
right.
it more than makes up for that slim band of never Trump people, who are more comfortable with Hillary than they are Donald Trump.
How many texts, Roger, did you send out this morning and emails? Just saying, Roger Stone. Did you? I mean, you've been talking about this for so long.
No,
But
I'm over the moon, man. It was just a great night, and I'm excited about the general election because I really do think that to beat the Clinton machine, you're going to have to take it to them. You can't do what John McCain did, which is campaign up and down the country talking about what a great U.S. Senator Barack Obama was. That's not going to work. You got to go right to her. She and her husband's epic abuse of women, her failed tenure as Secretary of State, and the epic corruption of the Clinton Foundation. Because let's face it, Bill and Hillary and their daughter, they would steal a hot stove. I mean, you're Russian and you want control of the U.S. uranium output? No problem. Give us $2 million, it's all yours.
Yeah. Well, Lord.
This isn't me saying this; it's the New York Times.
Yeah,
So,
true. Hey, Roger. So there, the National Enquirer story. Ted Cruz's father with apparently Lee Harvey Oswald. I mean,
Yes.
did you honestly? I think we know each other, and respectfully, I ask you this, Roger. Did you plant that story? Is that your story in the National Enquirer? Can I ask you that?
It is not. What's interesting to me is I had a conversation last night with Judith Very Baker. Judith Baker's written a terrific book.
Mm-hmm.
She was Lee Harvey Oswald's mistress, girlfriend, through the early 60s. She knew Rafael Cruz. She confirms that he was in New Orleans.
Wow.
She knew he was an associate
Wow.
of Lee Harvey Oswald. Now, is it somewhat extraneous? Other than the fact that he shows Ted Cruz and his father are both weirdos, Yeah, it's extraneous. But to say that Donald is wrong as Jake Tabor, there's no proof. Sorry, Jake, there is proof. There's an eyewitness. And here's another one for you, because I went over to the sheriff's department last night. Take a computer analysis of the photo, of the facial aspects of the photo, and Rafael Cruz's photo today. It's a perfect match.
Did you check
That's
that
his
out?
father.
You went down to the sheriff's department last night and you checked that out, and you did
I talked to a guy yesterday morning. I asked him to do it, and I think it is. I think it's Rafael Cruz.
Wow, that is.
I mean, he admits to being involved with
Yep.
Castro
Yep.
Cubans.
Yep.
That whole exercise was to flush out. It was very weird because Lee Harvey Oswald is meeting with Guy Bannister, who's coordinating anti-Castro activities.
Amazing.
At the same time, he's out on the street handing out pro-Castro handbills. Here's a little-known fact. Oswald gets arrested. They take him to the New Orleans Police Department. He's allowed one call. Who does he call? His wife? His lawyer? No, he calls the head of the FBI in New Orleans, and 22 minutes later, he's released without charges.
Yeah.
What does that tell you?
I know.
Who's he working for?
Honestly. Hey, Roger, 8:33 with Roger Stone. Before we let you go, and we always appreciate you being on the show, and here's the Donald absolutely shined last night. And again, and I don't want people, we're not gloating here. I almost wanted to open the show this morning, Roger. We do these fun Trump songs, these pro-Trump songs. It's not about that. It's just about joining together. What is the structure of the Trump campaign to bring everybody together, Roger?
Well, I think he began that last night by saying conciliatory things about Ted Cruz, who only that very morning referred to Trump as a nut. No, I think that the party, by and large, is going to get united, but a united front against Hillary Clinton makes this much, much more interesting. To me, the great part about this is the idea of Frank Morano, IRS commissioner. I love that idea. I must tell you, I love that idea.
You never know. God, you never know what can happen, for crying out loud. Roger, love having you on the show, man. Thanks so much. Oh, Donald called you up. You know you're going to be there. You'll be with Corey. You'll be with Paul Manafort. Roger, there's a place for Roger Stone somewhere in that Trump campaign, yes?
I'll do anything that the Donald asks me to do, but frankly, I like being outside the tent and throwing rocks from here. I'm 63 years old. I've done this 9 times.
Yeah, but look at you. You look great, man. Look at you. Look at you staying in shape like you. Listen, the best is yet to come, Roger Stone. Everybody else has got to put their seatbelt on. It's going to be a great ride. Roger, thanks for joining us always.
Great to be here.
Okay, my friend. Take care. Roger.